Phantasy Stars Online 2, initially released in 2012, it's finally set to release outside of Japan this spring, and the players can get access to its a very short beta that takes place February 7 and 8. It is a short beta for those hardcore fans planning on the squeezing and nothing else those days. Your progress will carry forward when the game releases. For those that make it onto the beta or the special rewards to the begin, for completing quests including the Coast, Edge, Weapons, Camo, and the Mag Dreamcast Evolution device involved plenty of the tributes. .343 developers of Halo have revealed in a blog post that they have allowed the modding in Halo, the Master Chef collections, without going into the details about what their long-term plans for modding or senior producer Michael Farren said the OR can empower the modding community on PC, but the first they must ensure they have the proper ground rules and guardrails. And Playday also mentioned that this could include the ability to buy and sell the modes in the Steam Workshop. Interesting note ahead of the Halo Infinity release later this year.
Our duty is to protect humanity, whatever the cost.
Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoints, the Terminator 7 is set to begin this week. Ubisoft have been pretty tight-lipped about what the events includes, with only a tester trailer for events release, in which we don't even get to see the Terminator, but is believed by many that it will be a lot like Ghost Recon Wildlands Predator 7 into 2017. That tags the players with defeating the intergalactic hunter. Players will simply have to learn more by taking part in the Terminator events from January 29. Some story the second expansion for Metro Exodus will launch on February 11 for PS4, PC, Xbox One, and Google Stadia. Playing as STEM players will forge the path through the runs remains of the Vladivostok and the missions that will see the Sam attempt to make his way back home to the USA from the Russia with the hope of finding his family alive. There's no price of yet DLC, but the previous DLC, the two colonels, is priced at the €8 or $8. Ahead of its official PS4 release next month, Worms by developers Media Molecule has celebrated its growing creators community by holding its first annual IMPY Awards, established to celebrate the very best content and creators from Worms. There were 21 categories, and the creators from Dreams and total with the Creators of the Year award going to Slarm Mackenzie, and Dreams of the Year awarded to Pig Detective Adventures in Cowboy Town by Des Azerio, and Bloody Double Dreams will come out in early access next month in February. Patapon Remastered, the Kirkus Rhyme action games will launch on Thursday on January 30th, initially released in 2008 for the PSP. The game challenges players to command tiny traps with the power of the rhyme. And the 2D actions, the remastered version promises to support the 4K output and will give the players new Patapon's evolutions. And the new minigames for those interested in knowing more, you can pick up the first game Patapon, remastered for the PS4 and $14.99. Bandai Namco Entertainment's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has stopped the UK video game sales chart for a second week, betting Call of Duty Modern Warfare by just 400 units. It is impressive feat when considering the top 10s also includes the ever popular Grand Theft Auto V years and FIFA 20 Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Ubisoft movement sensations Just Dance 2020. The interesting one outside of the top 10 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which has risen number 12 5 years after release, after the successful Witcher series on the Netflix. Playday 7, the Rainbow Six Prologue Season 11 saw the European standings get a lot of movement, with some shock result. Rag moved 2 points clear at the top of standings with a 7-5 win over the Fords, who remain bottom. Team Vitality moved third with a 7-4 over Chaos Sport Love, and G2 Sport moved fourth from the fifth win, a solid 7-4 win against Team Empire, who fall to second place. The last match saw the Natos Spencer move from the bottom of the table up 2 places to 6 after their 7-4 win against VDS Sport, who dropped down. Call of Duty remains one of the biggest franchises in gaming, with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare still topping sales charts. And now the inaugural Call of Duty League has seen a peak of more than 102,000 viewers. Turning to the watch events live on YouTube, numbers were strong throughout the events that ran from the January 24 to January 26, but the peak viewership of the 102,000 happening and during the grudge so much between Optic Gaming and the funders at 3C's year. New themes, the Chicago Hotsmen. For those wondering, the Chicago Hotsmen won the match 3-0.
First blood.
Legendary story-rich technical roguelikes RPG DragonFang Drann's Mystery Dungeon hits them February 4. The series first introduced in 1993 with the Tornico no Dike Boken. Toshige no Dungeon has seen various levels of success, most notable with the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon spin-off. Will now be available on the PC. The games will have a player experience the story of the young Dragonian in a world where the dragons are slowly becoming insect. It will free to download upon release, within games purchases available. Dying Light celebrating its 5th anniversary and Techland are threading all the players who own the guns across all the platforms. And all those who will own it in the future to their brutal royal title Dying Light, Bad Blood games released in early access in 2018. Sees the 12 players fight zombies and each other to become the last survivor, promising for the support for the game and the game's events. Techland also announced and the affiliate program where the players can invite their friends to the games for both to receive a free Gold Tier weapons docket. We got for you today's awesome deal, starting with the free games, which is the award-winning Half-Life 2 Next Up Hour, prize drops games, and for the hack and slash video games Attack on the Titans 2, and the other is the simulation games Night Call. And for the game with the best discount, we have the fighting games by Bandai Namco Soul Calibur 6. Don't miss out on all these great deals by going to our daily deals page at the ALLKEYSHOP.com.
Sonex announced early this month that the Linux and Mac support for Rocket League will stop with the upcoming March update. There is only a small percent of the players in Linux and Mac, which is why the support will be halted. Well, even though that is the case, Sonex promised to refund those who will be affected by the update. The refund can be done through Steam via the Steam support website, and players would just have to go to the purchases, then to the Rocket League, select I would like a refund, and state the reason. The first port of the action-adventure game Ark Genesis has been delayed once again. It now has a launch date of February 25th. The game was first announced to launch by December 2019 and then to January of 2020. Well, this new game will allow players to uncover an original secret backstory to the world of Ark, and it will also come with a new biomes, a new map, as well as a new creatures. A new floating AI companion will also be available called HLNA, and this is an acronym for Human Learning Neural Aid. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is getting a Vulkan API support is announced by Ubisoft. Vulkan was chosen over DirectX 12 as it shows better CPU performance during the internal test of the team. The key features that Vulkan will be bringing to the table are dynamic textures, indexing, render target aliasing, and async compute. Well, this will offer improved graphical performance as well as lower CPU and GPU cost. The Bridge Constructor Ultimate Edition will be launching in the Nintendo Switch on January 31st. This will come with 40 main levels in the island nation of Komatuga, and there will be 2 add-ons as well, as which are Sloopmania and Trains. Well, Sloopmania will have 24 tricky levels with sloping lanes, and Trains will add 18 more levels that will have you building stronger bridges. Enjoy building bridges in the 5 different settings, which are city, canyon, beach, mountains, and hills. The Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, has a launch in the Nintendo Switch, and the game is a role-playing single-player experience that comes with a narrative-driven exploration with the turn-based battles and unique battles. We'll get to follow the story of the war veteran queen of the 2 northern realms named Mieve, and she's facing a coming invasions by the Nilfgaarden and the forced into war. While free digital goodies are available with the game, like its official soundtrack, concept art, and the map of Lyria. The Apex Legends Season 4 has been announced by Respawn Entertainment, and it comes with stories from Outlands. Well, these will come with a new seasonal content expansion, which will have a new legend, changes to the world's edge, the Sentinel, new bolt-action sniper rifle, and so much more, like loyalty rewards and a new battle pass. Well, the Apex Legends Season 4 simulation is set to launch on February 4. A new digital card game has been announced by Brilliant Games and Hex Entertainment, and it is called Red and Blue. Well, the game will be offering more than 750 cards to build your decks with and create a dynamic elemental battlefield. We'll capture enemies with traps and artifacts, discover new fantasy world, and enjoy the game's fast-paced, thrilling combat. Well, Red and Blue is set to launch in smartphones and tablets by the second quarter of this year, but it is planned to be a multi-platform game. Blood of Steel is getting its very first content update as announced by Evolution Studio. This update will come with the 2 new heroes, Zenji and Yang Zheng. Also, new customization feature will be added called the Stars system. This is the new system will allow players to personalize the outfits of their generals in a new and contemporary way. Well, there will also be new items that will be added with the update. The new Blood of Steel update can be expected by February 20th. A rumor has leaked about having a Resident Evil 8 game. Rumors have it that Ethan Winters from Resident Evil 7 will be the main playable character in the game. Also, the setting will start in a village that would then lead up to a castle. The environment gives the eerie feel with snow and mountains, and the enemies will be more of a wolf-like creatures, but there will still be regular zombies. There will also be a shadowy female enemy that will be following you. But right now, nothing has been confirmed.
Oh boy! Now look what you've done, motherfucker! This is the end, you know?
The Coma 2 Vyushi's sister has fully launched as announced by Head Up and Dave's Crazy Games. This is an atmospheric story-driven Korean survival horror game that will have players stepping into the shoes of Mina Park, who experiences with the Shadow Realm for the first time. Well, the full launch includes a new ending and theme song, new dialogue, secret rooms, bonus wallpapers, new kill screen, trading cards, and 10 additional achievements. Well, the game is available for PC, Mac, and Linux. Horror game Othercide from Lightbab Crew is looking for beta testers. Well, the game is about mystical warriors called daughters who are trying to keep humanity safe from the extra-dimensional terrors. Well, the game has reached a part of its development where community feedback is needed. Developers are looking for around 1,000 closed beta testers who are 18 years of age and up and has a Steam account and can speak English or French as well as capable PC. The closed beta comes with NDA. We've got for you today's awesome deals, starting with our free game, which is the award-winning Half-Life 2. Next up in our prize dropped games, one is the hack and slash video game Attack on Titan 2, and the other is the simulation game Night Call. Well, for the game with the best discount, we have the fighting game from Bandai Namco, which is Soul Calibur 6. Don't miss out on these great deals, guys, by going to our daily deals page on ALLKEYSHOP.com.